First off, total transparency. Universal really rolled out the prehistoric carpet for this one. So here's what they did. They sent out a video invite with the T-Rex clomping across the screen, and they invited them matinee. And then they had these little guys at the entrance, adorable. They had their poses all worked out, and they even gave us a goodie bag, which I devoured during the screening like an Indoraptor. I was like, oh, I'll save these Doritos for maybe when I do the review. Munch on my Jurassic World Doritos. I was like, you ain't buying my review, Universal, as much as I'm enjoying all this. And in fact, I turned to my friend, because they let us bring a guest too. And she was like, oh, are you going to give this a bad review? Look at how nice they're being to us. And I was like, hey, trailers have been. Well, I'm shocked, because here comes a glowing review. Seriously. And that's because the ad campaign for this movie really lets it down. It has all the Jurassic Park goodness that we know. Jurassic franchise canary, because she loves the movie so much. And she actually, when I saw Jurassic World the second time with her, I enjoyed it more because she was just fanning out. And I was like, well, let's see if she likes this. And she was loving it. They have lots of cages, the last one as well. And their screen time is both oh so short. For instance, Goldblum, I do believe his scenes were filmed as an add-on, and you can tell. But they still both make. Trevorrow and his frequent writing partner, Derek Connolly, should be proud of this script. Not just for lines like that. At the end, you're going to see I'm going to talk about the best moment in the movie. But don't worry, this is a spoiler-free review. But anyway, they're able to split the movie down the middle in terms of location in the movie that I saw coming, but it didn't make it any less clever. And I think a very unique way to continue, or one of the paths to continue the franchise on, that we had not anticipated. Well, I think a lot of you will figure it out while you're watching the movie, but still, it was dinosaurs in terms of screen time. Like, if you like dinosaurs, I'm not even a big dinosaur fan, and I was like, wow, I'm getting like a front row seat with all these dinosaurs. I mean, I guess it's because this is the first time they've been able to do this in the franchise. And so I'm sure it's, Bayona and Trevor, variety of dinosaurs, like really see them. In the past, it's been like, was that a dinosaur sneaking by here? Although J.A. Bayona has this thing where he has like from either it's like, there's some kind of light source that's blinking on and off, be it lightning or lava. And every time it flashes, the dinosaur is like closer, right? Also, not only get to see the dinosaurs, fully, but you really get to experience what it would be like to interact with them. Now, the real stars, of course, are Blue. You cannot get enough Baby Blue. More flashback sequences in Jurassic World 3. Indominus Rex. Didn't like Indominus Rex. I mean, it was cool when he turned invisible. Oh, I'm sorry. But, for the most part, But Indoraptor, you know what I like so much about this dinosaur? That it was so intelligent and so evil that it should have had a mustache, and even she can't compete with Chris Pratt in this category as a hero, because particularly in this franchise, for some reason, they just really know how to use him, and he oozes hero like he's freaking Chuck Norris or something. Like, there's even some scenes where he's like diving underwater to save character, both as her own character and also as an actress. Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt are a nice match. And then the new additions, Daniela Pineda and Justice Smith, they totally me. And I was totally owning up to it. I was like, that would be me. So I loved it. And then Michael Giacchino, who does the score, you should be familiar with his work by now, but he impresses once again. And he continues to be impressively unique, yet still have a signature. His signature is just he's damn good, right? So he's great. That's why he's working so much these days. And then finally, J.A. Bayona. I owe you an apology, buddy, because I said he was the wrong choice for this franchise, trying to turn it into something else, but in Jurassic World. For the first time, when I saw the sequel, I understood, like, Fallen Kingdom still doesn't really make sense, unless they're referring to humanity. Maybe they are, but Jurassic World finally made sense to me, and it excited me, so that's great. So while Jurassic World, the first one, relied on nostalgia for the first Jurassic Park, it's this sequel that is actually a film as good as Spielberg's classic and a worthy successor. Okay, so now for what I feel a point in a movie. But wow, it was so sad and so powerful, I actually burst into tears. It was that good. And for that moment alone, this movie is something that's truly special, and then everyone who worked on it in front of a tough time because it's opening today overseas and doesn't hit the United States. like for 3 weeks. It's crazy. I don't know why Universal would do that. They're putting audiences in a very difficult position. Now, speaking of going to see the movie, which I definitely suggest you do, I also suggest you see a little stinger at the very end of the credits. My friend was like, they're not going to have anything. And I was like, I gotta see. And they did. They rewarded me. It was very small, very slight, but I appreciated it. And it kind of gave a little bit of a hint, maybe, perhaps, of where the third film might go. But it's very, very small. Again, right now.